Alright, welcome back. Okay, another week done for the road to Cape Point Champs. This week's been a little bit of a downer week. Not for any like real reason besides just the fact that I'm just not feeling so good. I'm a little bit fluey. It happened again for some reason. I cannot ever take it easy, and I always get to the point where I get sick. And yeah, so let's just jump into the week. I think there was also a competition this week, what I'll talk about at the end. So Monday did a board session, and then took the morning off. Then Tuesday I did some stretching in the morning, like a yoga routine thing. And then Tuesday evening I did I did a surf ski lesson into a board session. So I took some kids for an hour, so I actually did 2 hours, which I thought would be fine, but I actually ended up paddling with the kids and doing some serious starts myself just to get my arms working, and then did a board session afterwards. So maybe a little much. And then Wednesday, I don't know what came over me, but I decided to do this like pull up, sprint, squat, beach thing into a board session with swims in between, into a start session. I don't know. Anyway, was dead the next day. Wednesday evening did an hour and a half session, and then Thursday was just ill, and so just stupid stuff, like practically, like I don't know what was going through my head, but maybe it was just like me wanting to redeem myself off a muscle day for whatever reason and get ready for this Saturday competition. So on Saturday I did a competition. And then I took Thursday and Friday off because I was just not feeling it, and I could feel I was a little bit flu, but I thought it's gonna be fine. So Saturday rolls through, wasn't feeling too lacquer. I mean, again, I don't want any of this to sound like excuses because I didn't do so well. Did I believe the first event was ski. It just wasn't great. I didn't have a great start. Wasn't feeling fit, wasn't feeling focused. And ended up coming, I don't know, I came like 6th or something. And then board, much of a muchness, similar thing, actually ran into the board thing and fell immediately into a pothole in the final. And just from there, I just wasn't in it. It's interesting racing now and remembering how I used to race and like the differences between the two of like when it comes to focus and just like being completely in the zone. Like I remember getting on the line and just being so utterly focused on the next 5 minutes of my life. Like I was entirely there, but this time I'm kind of like in the water and I'm like thinking about things, and I'm thinking about myself outside. I'm observing myself while I'm paddling, and I'm like, and I'm not really in it. I don't know how I feel about it. It's really hard. It's not hard, I guess. It feels really weird, and it's making me much more emotional than maybe emotion is the wrong word, but it's an odd experience. It's an odd experience to not be completely focused at a race. It's something I'm not completely used to, because it really was my life, and now it's like I don't really care. And so it's really weird doing something that I used to care so much about and not really caring anymore. And it's making me feel like a whole bunch of weird things about like being younger and stuff. Anyway, but that's for my own diary and journal and all that kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, competition was great. I also think I've come into a realization again on Sunday. I had a similar kind of moment where I think I care more about the team. I think I care more about everyone having fun. I care more about banter. I care more about clearness now than I ever have, practically. And I think that's really the focus of how this is going to go for me. Again, so this is going to be a very entertaining YouTube series of training, because there's not going to really be that much training, but I think I'm going to be happy to kind of orientate myself back towards just the team and the fierce, and getting people. Like I recorded a couple sick little clips on my phone that everyone seemed to love, of just the different races. Had a nice little bit of banter in there, the kids love it. So I think I'm going to try and transition a little bit more to that, and definitely record this journey, because regardless, this is very interesting watching myself after competitions, during competitions, and before competitions and comparing myself mentally to how I used to be with them. And it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So yeah, so not really a great week. Really don't have that much positive to say besides the fact that I did it regardless. I mean, Saturday I really didn't want to go to Compass till win because I was kind of worried about what people would think about me and all these like silly things. And the reality is no one cares. I don't even care that much either, but I care in the moment. And so yeah, I think it's gonna be fun, and I'm excited for kind of like getting back into the friendships and kind of getting over myself and yeah, caring more about the team than about how I do a particular race and stuff, which is going to be cool. And yeah, I've got some exciting plans for Physics Surf as well, as a club, as a team. Got a great group of juniors. Everyone's got a lovely vibe. So yeah, that's how this week went. And then I think the week ahead is I just want to get better. Hopefully better by Wednesday, and then start again focusing on board and ski. I don't think I'm going to do sprints now that I think about it, but we'll see. The idea of going for Worlds is completely out of the picture at the moment. I'll have to see. Anyway, that's it from me. Have a good day, week, year in life, and yeah, join a local lifesaving club if you haven't yet. It's a lot of fun. Cheers.